Believe me when I say consistency is not enough. Consistency might be a one word, but it comprises a lot of things. Now, let me tell you why some people, even though they are consistent, are not moving forward, and some other persons are doing better. Now, let us all agree this is away from public opinion and motivational speech. Let us agree that starting from the scratch is a relative term. Everybody is not starting on on the same level. Somebody's scratch might be another person's prayer point, even in the next 1 year. Where you started from is where somebody is begging God to get to in the next few years to come, right? So that is a leverage. Some people come from where they already have everything they need, and all they do is just to focus their attention and get what they want for themselves using what they already have. Somebody might be broke but can still afford an iPhone. Another person might be broke but cannot afford a sewing machine. That is a leverage. So the fact that both of you started on the same day does not mean that you're going to get to where you're going on the same day. Somebody is going to move faster than you. There are fashion designers that are doing well on social media. You think both of you started on the same time, the same day, but offline they have well doing shops, they have clients, they have people they are working for, they are sewing for. By so doing, they have testimonials to post online. You who do not have a shop or do not have clients, even though you're working from home, do not have testimonials to post online, and so you might find it difficult to get clients online because you do not have a convincing evidence to present to them. There is also leverage in personality. Some people have this personality that even though they are working from home or from wherever, they have the personality of people coming close and giving them what they want. Even online, some people have the personality of attracting more than other people. So before you start comparing yourself to another person, you ask yourself, am I the same person with this person? Do I have the same character with this person? There is leverage in character. You cannot do away with it. So a lot of things account for why people do better than others. We cannot take that out of equation. Money is involved. People are involved. There are tellers that are living in families where they have grown-ups around them, people who can help them with what they are doing. You saw a well-fitted clothes that you cannot wear alone. You have sisters, you have siblings, you have roommates, you have people that around you that you can even tell, help me do this, and they'll do it. Another person do not have anybody close by. If you say a fitted clothes that only you cannot wear, just abandon it because it will warrant that you go outside to start looking for neighbor that you may not even have to come and tell you and help you wear what you're making, which most times is not possible. So you end up saying what you yourself can wear by yourself if you don't have anybody around to come and help you and wear your dress. That is also a leverage. So all this while people make beautiful dresses that you have to cut on somebody's body and all that. If you don't have anybody to help you do that, you just sew bubu and two piece that you can wear in peace. That is a leverage, and this is what account for people doing better than others. Not that they are more intelligent than you. Now, the thing is, the fact that you do not have all of this leverage does not mean that your consistency cannot work. That is not what it means. It can actually work based on the strategy that you employ. Now, a lot of people want to do the same thing as if their placenta is buried on that thing that is not working. If one thing is not working because you do not have enough leverage on it, you can always change to another thing until it works. Then you can go back to that which you desire to do. I have equally seen people that have leverage, they have money, they have people, they have testimonials, but do not know what to do with it. Maybe social media is not for them, but offline they can be doing well, whichever one they choose to do. But online they are not doing what they are supposed to do with the leverage that they have. So in that case, it's all about the strategy that you have that can help you to scale through when you do not have enough of what other people have. Now, how are you going to do this? If you're interested in making structured fitted dresses, but do not have the leverage of money to sew all the beautiful designs on your sketchbook, do not have people around you, do not have testimonials, your placenta is not buried in corset and fitted structured dresses. You can always change to other things that you can do to have the leverage that can take you far before you go back to what you desire to do. If you do not have the money to buy fabrics to sew other things, you can leverage making tutorials for people, for fashion design students. Yes, initially you're going to be attracting students, but that is going to give you the leverage of money. If you're able to monetize the knowledge that you're passing, you're going to have the leverage of money. You're going to equally have the leverage of people who are coming to learn from you. Even though they do not come, but online you're going to have a leverage of money, of funds that can aid you in making the kind of dresses that you desire to make. Everything is learnable. Teaching can be learned. So if you don't know how to teach, you can always learn how to teach through practice. Simply showing how it is done is also teaching you. It's not a must that everything you need to talk in a professional manner. You can use illustrations to pass the information that you want to pass across. So not having money is not a guarantee that your consistency cannot speak. Now let's talk about consistency on itself. A lot of people are frequently posting. We can call it being consistent by time, by speed, but are not serious with what they are doing. There are people who are constantly posting, but it seems as if they are not serious. They are just joking with the posting that they are doing. Some people may think that they are serious, but they are not passing the information that they are supposed to pass. So people are not understanding what they are talking about. So when I said there is a lot to consistency, consistency is not just about you posting and posting and posting. You can post a beautiful job, but there's no message passed across. So people just tell you, well done, beautiful, and that is the end of it. There is no communication, there is no call to action, there's nothing attached to it. There is consistency in message. There are a lot of persons who post frequently, but what they are posting most times does not correlate. You post this today, you post that tomorrow without any relationship between the two or three things that you're doing. People might not really understand you. So the message has to be consistent. Your speed has to be consistent. Your frequency has to be consistent. Everything has to be, your strategy has to be consistent before you can decide whether your consistency is working or whether it is not working. Consistency eventually works because it opens up opportunities. The opportunities that it might open to you may not even in the direction of your posting. And most of the times, the opportunities that it opens up to you are the opportunities that come from you doing the job. You might have something in mind posting, and by the time you continue to post, you realize, okay, this thing I'm doing is like I'm not doing it well. Let me change to something else. And before you know it, something else is actually working for you. Assuming you were not consistent, you will not have the knowledge of identifying what is working and what is not working, and being able to put in another thing into it that will give you the opportunity to have what you desire to have. So there is a lot to consistency. But then you have to stay some time. You have to stay some time before you identify if your consistency is working or not, and be able to change to what is going to work, or what is not, change what is not working for you. So don't be quick to give up. Once you identify that you're in the right direction, give it some time, give it more time, give it some time again, and you're going to see that your consistency is going to pay off. But do not compare with other people that you do not know their leverage.